That was the problem the whole time. Boom. You should be able to hear me now. I think that's what the problem was the whole daggone time. How about now? How about now? Let me move this. Yep, you can hear me. Okay, that fixed it. Yeah, that Bluetooth. Thanks, babe. You was on it. You knew exactly what it was. So, like I was saying, I'm sorry for the technical difficulties today. Just shakes out that way sometimes. Not much I can do it. You said it happens to you all the time. I bet it does. All right, so while I wait for people to stumble in here, I'm gonna go ahead and get this YouTube comment picker up. James, how you doing this afternoon? Good sir, kind sir. YouTube comment picker. Boom. Pull up the comment picker. Then I'm gonna get y'all just bear with me 1 second, please. I wanna talk about something now. Because I've been noticing, not necessarily in my community, but doing good things, that's great. Um, I don't want you guys to get complacent if you're a cool season long during this time of the year. Hey, Backwoods, how you doing, brother? It's going good. It's going good. But I don't want you guys to get complacent during this time of the year, especially if you're near me. If you're near me, near my zone, I'm zone 7A, transition zone, Maryland, upper Maryland. It's not over yet, guys. It is not, oh, our season is far from over. If it's anything like last year, we'll be pushing growth all the way up until Thanksgiving. And what's critical about you pushing that growth all the way up until Thanksgiving is proper mowing, consistent mowing. You get on your yard every opportunity you have. I don't care if you're just cutting off the little tip of your blade of your grass. Those will pay dividends in the long run. Huge dividends in the long run. So don't let up, don't get lazy, don't skip a day. I get it if work, you know, if work comes first, family comes first, do it. I've been fertilizing and mowing like a madman. That's right, Steve. And all that extra mowing that you've been doing, I'm expecting snow within the next 2 weeks. Yeah, well, you're in Canada. What's up, SoCal? How you doing, brother? Uh, but if you're in a zone like mine, you have ample time to still get your mom. What snow? What snow out there in Cali? He's like, what snow? You still got plenty of time to mow and mow like you've never mowed before. Get on that lawn every opportunity because what it's doing is it's training that grass to not put nearly as much energy into top growth, but to drive those roots deeper and to thicken up. Dino, my man, you have first. I saw you right before all the technical difficulties happened. I appreciate you being in the building. The Lawn Shark is in the building. I really like his channel, guys. If you're a warm season lawn or if you're a cool season lawn who just likes watching other people enjoy their warm season lawn, Dino, he's turf therapy approved, especially his beats. He's got dope beats. As a matter of fact, his beat that he used, I don't know if it's the last video because I'm so far behind right now, but he used a beat and I reached out to him and I was like, hey man, I need that beat. So y'all will see a cameo coming from the good old Dino here in the near future. Any grass feed better for fall temps? You're gonna want something with urea in it. You know what I mean? You're going Rob approved, nice Dino. Make mention Dino equal lawn shark. Um, you're going to want fast release fertilizers. Now, depending on your temperature, you can get away with a slow release. I did 818, knowing that it would just creep slow. Um, oh, weird hearing yourself. All right, I got the video and I got the comment picker loaded. Boom. Let me just drop that in there and then I can talk to y'all. Let me see, Control C, Control V. Let me get those comments. See how many comments we got. We got 33 unique comments, so I'm gonna sit that to the side. Hey, Love Notes, how you doing? But yeah, so you'll see a cameo coming from Dino. But back on topic, I don't want you guys to. You've been using 818 from Carbon X. That's a good pick, Steve. It's just because the temperatures are cooling off, it just takes that nitrogen a little longer to kick in the way you want it to. So you're going to want a fast release nitrogen. And you can actually get a little bit more specific with that depending on what your soil tests say if you did a soil test. Now, ammonium sulfate, that's an excellent choice as well. But if you did your soil test, you'll know whether or not you should be using something ammonium sulfate based, based off that, or if you could do something urea based. So it's really up to you. And if you don't understand the dynamics, there's plenty of people out there that's way smarter than me that can go into that really depth. But I challenge you to just start with your extension office. They're going to give you some basic fundamental building blocks to get you pointed on the right track for your specific area. Thanks for the shout out. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, no problems, man. You got dope beats, man. You know. So y'all wanna let's do a field trip real quick so I can show you where we're at here. And if you saw my video when I applied, what was it? Lawn Energizer from Simple Lawn Solutions. This is where we're at right now. Let me flip the camera around to the better camera. This is where we're at. She's looking good, man. She's gotten at least 2 shades darker for sure. Um, and you guys only saw like a glimpse of the front, but this granite, oh, it's getting real over here. We're only at about 85% with the granite, but I mean, come on. That looks good, man. Now this front is being mowed at it's being mowed at 3.25. This though, this rye over here, this stuff over here, this being mowed at 4.25. I took the front and the back down because my dogs, they prefer it in the back to be around 2.25. So they lay on it really nice. It's mostly Kentucky bluegrass down there anyway. I can't wait to hit the 70s temp. Yeah, still in the high 90s. Gross. I would love that for like my garden. That'd be great. My okra is still hanging on. As you can see, fall garden is in full effect. Everything just kind of blew up. What's up, Eco? What's going on, brother? Everything just kind of blew up. And I was watching Gigi's live when I was trying to catch the playback in the middle of doing something. But y'all aren't that bad off, Eco. I heard her kept saying, we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. You do, but you don't. What's most important is if you're going to set a list of priorities is you got to get your pH under control, right? Get your pH under control. Once you get your pH under control, and they will recommend different products. You don't have to use those products. Let me be the first to say it. But what that soil test does is it gives you a good idea of what products you should be looking for at your local agriculture store. That is what I would remind you. That's what I would recommend you to. Your local agriculture store, because they're going to have more blends cheaper. It's going to be cheaper than your big box store, 9 times out of 10, and they're going to have better balanced blends, more options for better balanced blends than your big box store. It's going to be a good price too. So that's where I would start. If you have a local agriculture store, not a Lowe's or a Home Depot, I'm talking about something that has a name that might be named after the city or the town that it's in, or like we have the mill, and then there's the mill of Bel Air, and then the mill of whatever other city it's in. Say that 10 times fast. Tell us where to start. Thanks. Yeah, start there. Start figuring out what do you have a version of a local extension office? Not a local extension, of a local agriculture center, like somewhere where farmers would go. If you have a place like that, that is where I would go to get a lot of your products for cheap, much cheaper than you would find in the box stores, and sometimes even cheaper than what you can find online. Now, the stuff that they're recommending to you to get online, it's a little more pricey, but I can tell you the stuff works. I've been using it for a whole year. Now, when they tell you, you need to add XYZ to bring your pH up, or this and that, they'll tell you what you need, and then you just go get that, calicitic lime, if that's what it's telling you to get. You go and get your feed and seed store. Yeah, feed and seed store would be a great spot to stop at too. And then when it comes to your nitrogen deficiency, you just need to throw some nitrogen on it, bro. Now, people get all worked up with things not saying organic and things saying these are chemicals. Now, yes and no. Hi, Larita King. How you doing? Yes and no. Prime example would be Some products out here don't have an omni listing because they have things that they don't have carbon links. If it doesn't have a carbon link, carbon chain built into its structure, then it can't be organic. But check me out. A lot of the things that you are consuming on a day-to-day basis or using in your toothpaste on a day-to-day basis, that stuff ain't organic either. So I wouldn't get too wrapped around the axle on organic versus chemical, so because we consume a lot of chemical on, on a day-to-day basis. So I know you're not going to the grocery store and buying everything out the organic section. I know you're not doing it. The average person is not. I don't even do that. I do it when I can, but sometimes the organic section doesn't have something that I want. And then once you buy that apple, once you buy that orange that's not organic, you have no clue what they put in it. But I can attest to this, that it has been approved by their farmers association, whatever in their area, that they're able to use whatever it is that they're using. So I said all that to say this, Eco. Get you organic fertilizer or non-organic fertilizer. Just read the label and you can siphon through, okay, this is hecka double, triple made synthetic stuff, and I don't want that. That's nasty stuff. Or you can go with the other option. And then once you get that nitrogen in there though, and you're mulching your lawn clippings back onto your lawn, don't just don't steal everything from your lawn and throw it in a compost pile. Mulch it back in, because what you're helping your turf do is reestablish, and you're returning that nitrogen back to your soil, back to the lawn, and it continues to build on that. Nitrogen flees the soil faster than any other nutrient out there. So almost always, if it's been 3 months since you fed your lawn, you're going to be low on nitrogen. Every single time. Say it again for the people in the back. You're going to be low on nitrogen. There's some tests that won't even include nitrogen, because it's already an established thing that they already know that nitrogen is just something that leaves the soil relatively flat. So the best thing that you can do is mulch a lot of your nutrients back in. Yeah, mulch them in. If we and then the whole point I came on here was to give away this $10 gift card, and then encourage you guys not to slack off this fall. If you're a cool season lawn and you're in an area like me where you could possibly be pushing your mower all the way up until Thanksgiving, because I did last year. I pushed my mower all the way up until Thanksgiving. So do not give up on your season. For my garden people that are in the building, I'm gonna give you a garden tour before we get out of here, and add compost for natural nitrogen. Yeah, now you'll see people go back and forth. Hey Gigi, how you doing? I was sitting here talking about you and your soil test results. You're not in the bad shape. The biggest thing that you need to do is get your get your pH right. Once you get your pH right, everything else will start falling in place. How do you maintain a garden and get rid of dollar weed without weed and feed? So my garden isn't in the ground. So I'm able to do things out here that it's irrelevant, because all of my stuff is in containers, because I can't put anything in the ground based off my location. Now, I would look at things, I would go to domyown.com, right? I would type in dollar weed as the weed that you're trying to get rid of, right? And then I would look to see what those options are, and then read to see what they say about using near vegetation or farm crops. A better way, but you're gonna lose some turf if you do this, you can use some vinegar, salt, and soap solution. And you can go out there with a spray bottle and spray it like that, because that's gonna kill everything. I'm just letting you know it's gonna kill the grass that you want, and it's gonna kill that dollar weed as well. It'll kick it, and you might have to apply it more than once. And this is just all off the dome, because I haven't really dealt with a lot of dollar weed, but there are things that farmers are using legally, and you have been eating that food for a long time. So if you really don't want the dollar weed in there and it's choking out your existing turf, then there are options. You're just gonna have to read it a little bit. Now, caveat to that is, if you're feeding your lawn, mowing your lawn, and watering it properly, your lawn will naturally choke out most of these weeds. So as long as they're not super aggressive, like crabgrass. Dollar is good for blood pressure. I got it. Boom. So there you go. So you don't necessarily have to, I mean, and then another thing, pick it with your hands. If you just keep picking it out and keep mowing and feeding your turf and keep mowing, eventually it's going to get choked out depending on your grass type. Now you guys are down in, you're in Georgia, right? I want to say you're in Georgia, Georgia or South Carolina, which means you probably, I think we already discussed this. I can't remember what turf type that you have, because if you have an extremely aggressive like Bermuda, you got Bermuda or St. Augustine, there might not be a whole much that you need to do. You're in Florida, that's right. Yeah, the big old palm tree that just clicked. So what you got, St. Augustine or Bermuda? Which one? That's probably, those are the main two that are out there. I know that. You could also have zoysia. If I was you, I'd have zoysia. It look really good, nice and thick. And once that zoysia gets established and gets thick, from what I heard, it's not too many more things that's going to be able to survive in that canopy with it, which is what I plan to have when I move down south. Um, but yeah, St. Augustine and centipede. So you got a kind of like a little double entendre there, because centipede doesn't like a lot of a double-edged sword, really, not a double entendre. But so centipede doesn't like a lot of nitrogen. So what you'll most likely end up doing when you feed that St. Augustine is you're going to smoke out your centipede, which isn't a big deal. If it's not a big deal to you, St. Augustine will move right in. No worries there. Another thing, you guys have a lot of mature trees on your lands. And you got to remember that a lot of your nutrients are getting soaked at front centipede and back at St. Augustine. Okay, so then you can do applications accordingly, because centipede, I don't think centipede likes no more than about like 3 pounds of nitrogen per year, per growth cycle. I think that might even be pushing it. You got to do your research, of course. Go to your local extension office. They'd be a great place to start, and then slide over to your agriculture store. What's up, Mike? How you doing, brother? And slide over to your agriculture store, your local one, and see what kind of options they have. And if you want something that's going to give you a little more kick, a little more umph, there are great companies out there like Simple Lawn Solutions. Really simple. I mean, it's in the name. It's a simple lawn solution. A lot of their stuff is organic based with a lot of organic matter type things. Super safe. They've been in the agriculture industry since forever, and these guys know what they're doing. So if you're willing to spend a little bit extra penny on the front side to not have to do nearly as much work on the back side, kind of like buying cheap seed versus a little bit more expensive seed, I'll tell you to go that route, and your results after a year will look like this. I promise you. I've been doing it for a year. I've just started taking care of this lawn to the date last year. Then the one beside me, my neighbors, they just started taking care of theirs, and it already looks night and day difference from that over there across the street. It looks like trash over there. It's just weeds. But he still has plenty of weeds, and I told him, don't worry about the weeds. We'll take care of them in the spring. I'm more concerned about getting that seed established and mow it, because what's going to happen is when we take out the weeds in the spring and we get them a good pre-emergent down in the spring, that Kentucky bluegrass that's in that perennial rye mix, it will spread. Now, this summer, it's going to stress out. His will stress out, guaranteed. It's only got 1 year under his belt. The way that you saw my center section right here stress out, the more you mow, the more it will grow. Boom, there you go. And not just top growth, we're talking about it getting thick and filling out. I never go 7 days without mowing. Man, I've mowed every 2 days for the past 7 days. So I get on here, people look at me like, why is he mowing again? Because I'm cutting stuff off. That's why. It doesn't look like it's cutting stuff off, but I'm cutting stuff off. And that's why when I come to the spring and when we get to the summer, my lawn will look better than everyone else's, because I get out here, I mow it, I feed it, and I water. It's those 3 things. You do those 3 things consistently, and you do it with some type of logic and reason to it, meaning it's backed by some type of viable soil test for your area, then you'll have the key to crack the code on not being the worst lawn on the block. And I'm gonna show you what minimal effort looks like. Let me show you real quick. Minimal effort. I haven't showed you this lawn. I will be showing it to you before the season's over with in a video, and I'm gonna let the owner talk about it. But my buddy, my sometimes preempt cameraman, I'm gonna keep you guys down to respect their privacy, of course, but all you need to really see is the lawn. We're doing minimal effort over here, guys. This has the GCI blend turf type tall fescue. Minimal effort he's putting in. And when I say minimal effort, all he's doing is watering, mowing, and feeding properly, and taking a little bit of guidance from me. That's all he's doing. Now, mine, I mean, well, you know, I take a few extra steps with mine. I do a little extra. And for that little extra, we have these very different results. But if you are a person who just wants a decent lawn, that's not the worst lawn on the block, the secret is step one, soil test. Step two, and then the soil test, you're good for about 3 to 5 years. Step two, mow it. Step three, feed it. Step four, water it. That's it. And if you do those things, you do it consistently, this is what's gonna happen. It's that simple. Now, when you see me use these extra products, I'm experimenting, I'm playing with it, I'm seeing a reaction, I'm showing you what some of these products can do so you can figure it out. Yep, vinegar will kill it all. You must be James Donaldson. I think you're behind a little bit, but yeah, vinegar will kill it all if that's what you want to use to get rid of that dollar weed. Vinegar, some salt, and some dish detergent, because the dish detergent just helps it stick. I see so many lawns that just need fert. Yeah, they just need a little bit of fert. That's it. Just a little bit of fert, and you'll be good to go. And like I say, I caution you to don't get too confused with these words, organic and natural and this and that. Just do the research and do it responsibly, and you'll be fine. Keep your blades sharp and mow often, and keep your lawn in order. That's right, SoCal Lawn in Order out there is protecting and serving the public. My dude out there in Cali with fescue, doing it with fescue. So we're gonna go ahead and let's do this drawing real quick. Had to sit my after, because I did mow before I came on. I mowed, and then, you know, I had work today, so I got me an after work, after mow beer over here in the corner. But let's in Kentucky Bluegrass now. Yeah, I saw you do that. So I pulled the video. We got 33 unique comments. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it again just in case someone commented after the fact. They didn't. And let's just run this, and hopefully the person put the code in. We got to read their entry to see. Oh, Eco Neighbor, I think you did come back and you put another one in there, but that you don't have the code in there, so we're gonna have to pick another winner. Let's run it again. All right, Rob Cole. Nope. Wow, Wisher has your knowledge. So either Rob Cole didn't watch the whole video to the point where I gave away the code, or he didn't want the gift. So we're gonna pick another winner. We'll just keep doing this, guys, until we find someone that put the line of inspiration inside of their comment. Okay, Lon. I'm here, but I'm really, oh, is this the right video? Did I pick the right video? Let me see. Because I don't even remember her commenting that on this. Oh yeah, I picked the wrong video. My bad, people. let's get the right video. How about that? It was this one. I don't know how that happened. All right, Command C. Go ahead and pause you. And then, all right, start from the top. Y'all laughing at me? I did that. I knew from that comment. I was like, that doesn't look right. Okay, 48. All right, let's do it again. All right, drum roll. Can I get a drum roll? All right, start. Here we go. I protest. Who we got? Just under my lawn care. There we go. Hippie. That's our winner right there. Hippie. Let me see if I can do this real quick. I'm gonna screenshot it. Yep, we got the screenshot. Hippie is the winner. Wait for the screenshot to move off the screen. There we go. So we got Hippie with a whole bunch of numbers, 092791. He said, just started my lawn care journey. Your channel is definitely a line of inspiration. I appreciate that, Hippie. Hippie 092791. What you need to do, Hippie, to win, and I'll put it down in the description of this video as well, is I need you to email me. I need you to email me at ROBPALME 357 at turftherapy.net. Email me there, please, buddy, and I'll get you your $10 off gift certificate for Simple Lawn Solutions products. Yes. So remember, every mow counts, guys. Until you are frozen, until the lawn stops growing, every mow counts. I had big old trees, which just reminded me. I'm gonna double back to this real quick. Help me can cook brisket. How would you? Oh, lead. That was lead. Lead. I don't know why you asked lead. You should have just asked me. If you see this, you should just ask me how to make a brisket, brother. You saw me do it the other day. Yeah, I got you. But what was I saying? Okay, so yeah, you have all those very mature trees in your lawn, GG and Eco Neighbor. So what's also happening is those mature trees are stealing as much nutrients as possible. All those briskets Led got today, um, the, they are going to be stealing a lot of the nutrients from your turf. So that's another reason why you're low in some of those areas. So being low in some of those areas doesn't necessarily mean that you've been doing something wrong. It just means that your trees are eating good and the lawn necessarily isn't. That sometimes that happens. So it's not. Don't think of it being overwhelming. All those things are easy fixes because your pH isn't that far off. You can have your pH right within a season because you're only like zero point 0.2 off or something like that. You'll be right within the season. Um, uh, did I say CG or not GG? Is CG? So did I messed it up again? Did I re-mess it up? Did I do that? I'm so sorry. Because I know I was calling you the wrong thing for a long time. It says GG. GG. It says GG. It says GG. It's not CG? I mean, it's not GG? It says GG, Naturals Homestead. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I don't mean to mess it up, but it says GG. It's Super Saiyan. Yeah. So those are the things that you're up against with all those mature trees. Um, you said something about crushing up eggshells. No, you didn't mess it up. Oh, they were messing with me. Oh, okay, you got me. You got me good. You said something about crushing eggshells and spreading it on your lawn. Well, you didn't say where you were spreading it. I want to ask you, where were you spreading? Hey, welcome, North Carolina. Logan McDowell. My brother lives in North Carolina. I did a thing in North Carolina too. But you said something about crushing those eggshells and spreading them somewhere. Are you spreading that like in your garden bed area, and this is where you took your soil samples for them, or are you just spreading it out on the lawn? Because let me tell you something about those eggshells. They have to undergo a process to release that calcium. So although your calcium is in a good place, a lot of different things, like I think you were good on phosphorus, a little high on phosphorus for your area, it may be common that in my veggie areas. Okay, cool, that's good. So it may be common in your area, and this is why it pays to take a trip by your extension office or email them, call them, whatever you got to do nowadays. But they're active. They're making their presence known digitally as much as they can. I know because I'm in one of the classes right now. But what you might learn about your soil in your native areas, they can give you some historical information on it. And it can tell you that, hey, we're naturally high in phosphorus. So you don't ever have to worry about buying a fertilizer that where you need phosphorus. And if you choose to overseed, well, you don't really overseed all St. Augustine. I think you can seed centipede, but St. Augustine is usually just sod or plugs and it spreads so quickly. But you won't even need starter fert for applications like that because you already have plenty of readily available phosphorus in your soil for that plant to be able to uptake. So with that in mind, the more you arm yourself with this ammunition to understand your soil profile in your area, you'll learn some things that you can get away with. You can get away with not using at all. So send them an email. Send them an email, and I encourage you to even send them your soil test results and ask them, where can you locally source some stuff if that's the route you want to go. But the recommendations that they made, I guarantee you, those companies is quality stuff. A little bit pricey, but you got to understand that they got to package it and send it, and that alone, they're not really marking the price up on the product. They're marking the price up because that's how much it costs to package and ship that stuff. So And then the quality of product that you're getting is usually better than what you can find in most of these stores. I'll go ahead and let you know that right now. And then you got options like if you're okay with spraying stuff, Simple Lawn Solutions, great company for that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You totally understand? Cool, great. So yeah, back to the eggshells though. I don't know how much. I'm going to tell you first of all, keep doing it, right? Second of all, unless you've been doing that for about 2 years, I don't think it had anything to do with your soil test results. Unless you literally got pieces of eggshells inside of your sample, because it takes a while, longer than most people think, for that stuff to break down, release, and become readily plant available. And that's the difference, that test that you did with soil, with my soil. Not only are they telling you what's readily available, but they're also basically predicting what your turf may need in the near future as well, based off the rates of the stuff that's in there. So just keep that stuff in mind. The more you know, the more you can grow, you know? Are there any other questions about fall, cool season lawns? And do y'all want to see the garden real quick? How much she's grown since that video? Any other questions? And of course, I'll ask y'all if y'all want to see the garden before we take off, but I got some studying to do, so I'm not going to stay on here too much longer. I knew you wanted to see the garden, love notes. All right, ready for the tour. All right, so you already saw the lawn. How's the wine going? The wine is going great. I put my yeast to sleep, and she is staged ready for me to siphon off. Is that GCI Turf Type Tall Fescue? No, this is the My Soil Premium Double Dark Blend. It's got perennial rye and Kentucky bluegrass, and the reason why I did that is because I discovered this season that this area right here had perennial rye. Not just this area, but all of it did. And this area right here checked out on me really quick. Now, a lawn that does have GCI's turf is the one over there. And you'll be seeing that. You'll be seeing that really, really soon. I'm going to be shooting a video with him. He's going to tell you his experience from the average homeowner, how it's been and how easy it's been. Hey, Miss MB, how you doing? I know you mad at me because I didn't get to the post office yet, but I got your stuff. I got it and it's coming, and I'm gonna send you extras for being so patient with me and waiting. So right here, I didn't show you this in the video. This is rose mint. Yep, rose mint, and I'm going to be taking 3 of these plants, and we will be soaking it in. I'll be infusing some oils with that right there. The peas, my goodness, I think I just saw a bloom on it. The first bloom is down there. I call this my little jungle over here. Tatsoi is doing great. The radishes that I got in there, the emergency radishes, they're doing great. More tatsoi is in there. We got our Calabos cabbage that's doing fine. It's coming along just fine. I need to get these in here. This is chocolate mint. These are the carrots. This is my Meyer lemon. This is the black nebula carrots, which are starting to form shoulders down there. Can't show you a good one. We got some pak choi. Got a bee over here. What's up, bee? What's up, dude? Hanging out? Doing bee stuff? So we got a array mixture of different things here. I got this okra that keeps putting on fruit. It just keep putting on fruit, so I keep leaving it. But it's about to come up because my garlic's got to go down in the next week or so. So that'll be getting taken care of. I also have, this is my hoop house. That's what these things are right here. I didn't need them during the summer, so I got transplants that I'm getting in here, and I'm gonna put a hoop house on it to extend my growing season. I got some more cabbage over here and some more lettuce over here. My nasturtium that I barely ever talk about is right there. We have more cabbage all along here. This is all the stuff that I kind of just breeze over because, people have short attention spans. Look at this lettuce, though. You see these lettuce? Look at that. That's crazy, right? They have like tripled in size since that video that I put out. This is my Chinese cabbage that are all in 3 different succession phases. Spinach, I just took a huge harvest off of this last night for some pasta that my wife was spicing up. Um, and then we got more peas over here. And then I don't think we're done because I didn't finish showing you what was over here. These radishes right here are the Shawu Chinese fruit radish. You see them? So the cool things about these is I'm gonna take a moment to explain this real quick. These radishes in particular, they are spicy now, but once they start getting kissed by frost, guess what? They get sweet like fruit. So I'm excited about that. I get to just leave them out here and let them do what they do. I have more peas, blooms coming on. We about to be eating some peas, y'all. I got the remaining of my beets. I'll harvest them when we need them. Looks like 2 is ready right there. This is another volunteer Chinese cabbage that I plant here. Then we got this is the broccoli romanesco. That's not actually a broccoli. It is a cabbage, which is, I mean, a cauliflower, which is crazy because I don't even really eat cauliflower, but I'm eating it this season. This is Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts. And now that I'm actually looking at it, this is definitely the Brussels sprouts. This might be daggone Calabo's cabbage as well. I might have got some labels mixed up because it looks more like that. So I think these are cabbage. I don't even think these are Brussels, but we'll figure it out. This is all the radishes that I'm doing. And for those who are thinking like, why did he put them radishes in this big old container? The reason why I put the radishes in this huge container is because more than half of this is 75% finished compost. All right, bro, thanks for checking in. Get hockey night, that's what I'm talking about. So more than half of this is unfinished compost that I did in the corner over there that I never even talked about all season, but I was doing it all season, composting on site. Then we have the yellow heart choy. This one, I don't know what's going on with her, but she's way behind her brothers and sisters. They all got started at the same time, but hey, you know. But this yellow heart choy, the center, is going to turn yellow as it keeps getting kissed by a frost, which is pretty dope. I got more butter crunch lettuce over here. Got some last minute parsley that we'll be bringing in. What else we got? We got the rutabagas right here. We got the kale. We got Moor's head collards. If you you can barely tell, but these were the Georgia collards that was big and bushy, but I had company. We harvested it, we ate it. I'm pretty sure I put a picture on Instagram, but these are the 2 Georgia collards and these are the 2 Moore's headings. So I should have a good 2 or 3 more harvests coming on the way. And then these are the dahlias, y'all. Y'all see these dahlias? Look at the dahlias. And what are you? Are you that little Harley Quinn bug? Is that what you are? No, you're not the Harley Quinn bug. But oh, let me show you guys. I saw something really cool out here. I'll be making a video, but since you're here with me, you get to see it right now. I mean, I hope it's still here. Here it is. Y'all know what this is? Y'all know what that is? Who can guess what this is? Whomever can guess what this is, what am I going to do? If you can guess what that thing is right there and properly identify which one it is, what am I going to do? I'm going to do something for you. I don't know. A bug? Is anyone else seeing a crap load of brown recluse spiders in Georgia? I think there's some people in here from Georgia, but these are the rest of the dahlias. Pretty. My wife's actually perfecting a technique. Look at this one. She's huge. All right, Dino. Huge dahlia. But and then my opal And then comfrey that I never talk about. Oh, and more kale. I even forgot it was back here. Look at that. More kale. So for the ones, so I didn't get anyone to chime in on this. This right here, this thing that you see right there, this, yes, this is a Chinese mantis egg. That's what this is. And they're on my dahlias. So I'm going to have to cut this limb. I'm going to have to cut this limb, and then I'm going to put it on a bamboo stick, and I'm going to leave it out here because the dahlias have to come up where I'm at. It gets too cold, right? But that is an egg sac from the Chinese mantis. Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? You was gonna guess praying mantis. Yeah, so that's really dope. That's what that is. But that's the garden. The comfrey, I actually feed the comfrey to my worms, and then I brew tea with my worm castings. I guess I should do an update on that. I haven't done anything with the worms on the channel in quite a while. So I take the comfrey, I feed it to the worms. Is it related to the praying mantis? Yeah. So it's just the Chinese praying mantis egg sac. So the Carolina egg sacs are longer, but the Chinese ones, you can look them up. The Chinese ones, they look just like that, and that's what I have running. You remember turf? Did y'all see? I remember which video was in it, but I showed you the turf, my mascot turf. Yeah, that turf probably dropped that off over there, you know. And turf will be gone this year, and then we'll have new turf next year. But I think it'd be pretty cool. I would love more info on worm teas. Okay, so I have a couple videos, but you know things are going to be cooling off, so I'd be happy to jump back in on the worm tea and give you some updates as to how I do it. I've actually made a few different changes to my process in a whole, so it wouldn't be bad to come back and re-spruce that up. See if I missed it. Was my second guess? Yeah, right. I wrote down a formula to feed the avocado tree for her to fruit, flower, and be pollinated because the bees don't like the taste of the avocado buds. Didn't know that. Yes, would like to see the tea. Okay, we're gonna do the tea. The lawn is looking sexy, bro. Appreciate it. Why is it 95 degrees there? I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm not in Arizona. And tomorrow it'll be in the mid 70s. Not complaining, just sharing. Man, I wish I could get a 95-degree spike to put this midnight into, not midnight, the granite into full swing up front, but that stuff it's looking good up front. We never go back in the back. Let me show you in the back. This is my dogs. This is my dog's domain, my dog's playground. But like I said, I keep the front. The front gets cut at 3 1/4. The back gets cut at 2 1/4, and it does really well because the majority of it is Kentucky bluegrass because I've been chopping it down like this for a while. I still got a few spots of poetry that I realized that I missed, but we're gonna fix that in the fall. So, oh yeah, and that's another thing that y'all haven't seen in a while. My strawberries, my strawberry patch. So that is the strawberry patch. And that all started from 3 plants. 3 plants. So yeah, that's the backyard with the master built back there. So they're about to go into dormancy, and I'll cover them up with some nice sterile hay to protect the crowns. In spring, I should have plenty of strawberries. Those are scarlet, Virginia scarlets, red scarlet strawberries that I got from Baker Creek. I got 3 plants, and I really only needed 1. I really only needed 1 because they filled that container up quick. But it's all good. I thinned it out a little bit, and then you know you just got to train that too because they'll keep trying to send out runners. Hopefully, if things go well, I'll have some strawberry starts for y'all next year. My daughter's dog ate the strawberries last year, so we still trying to recover. That is funny. You always make it look well. Nice job. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We have had record heat all week. That's crazy, Miss MB. That's crazy. I got geese flying over the top in a little pattern formation. That looked nice. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's it. That is my garden, and you just saw the whole thing, other than what's inside. What's going on, FR? How you doing? I'm glad you got your gift. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You can spray 1 part honey, 1 part water for pollination for all 3 growing, flowering, and pollination. Pollination molasses, Karo syrup works also. Fish fertilizer, seaweed, 1 tablespoon each per quart. And this is for your avocado trees, you're saying? Still got it in Cali too. That heat is hot out there. Okay, that's good to know. When I start growing avocados one day, I've been looking at land because it's a handful of places I'm trying to get to. Stand a pretty good chance of getting to them, and my wife, she found the perfect house. What's going on, Gorgonzola? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. My wife found the perfect house. Let me tell you about this house real quick. This house sits on 2.9 acres of land, 27 square feet, 2,700 square feet, heated, and it's got a 2-car garage. It's got a shed in the back. It's got about 20,000 square feet of turf, manageable turf, right? But check this out, it's irrigated. It's all irrigated already, right? And it's a ranch style house, all 1 floor. And at the back of the 3 acres, you know what's there? A pond. Yes, it's got a pond on the property, and it's got these huge mature pine trees on the land that give me the natural border with the 2 neighbors that I would have, but I can't even see them because these pines are so mature and healthy, and it's at a really good price. Yeah, my wife, she nailed it. I'm talking about nailed it. Checked every single block. The only block it didn't check was when I was looking at the kitchen, it had an electric stove in there, and that's not going to work because my 541 pressure canner, all-American pressure canner, it can't go in no glass toe spot. Glass stove top type range. We're gonna have to bring a gas range in there. But it's cool because when I was reading the description, they got gas running to the fireplace. So natural gas is flowing to that house already. So we're gonna tap that gas 2 times. 1 time for the range stove, the other time for the barbecue pit in the back. So build the price of a new range in the mortgage. Right. We get a new range. That's it. I see it, but would love to see the pics. I'm not gonna show the pics yet until I know it's mine. So when I know it's mine, I'll show y'all what it's looking like. But yeah, it is amazing. I just can't wait. And then the other 2.5 acres of the plot is like, whoever lived there or whoever still lives there, they were so the husband or the wife was definitely a lawn person, and then someone was very much into nature because they have it set up to where it's almost like walking through a little botanical park. The place is perfect. Like the place where it's located at, I don't even plan on retiring. But listen, this house and the layout of the land is so perfect that if we get it, it's going to be really hard to get me to move. It's going to be really hard to get me to move because just that setup alone is amazing. What state? It's in South Carolina. I'll give you that much. It's in South Carolina. So I'd never seen, like, if you were able to take the perfect home out of my head and out of my wife's head and make it exist without building it, that's the house. That's the house with the pond on the property. Yes. Nice pond too. I'm not talking about no pond that you make the horror stories about to scare the people that come to visit you. No, this pond. Hey, Tony and Dolores, how y'all doing? Good to see you. And I can see it now. Like a good 2 acres of the land is covered with these mature pines. I'm taking about 1/4 to 1/2 acre of that out immediately. Yes, I understand that's work. Yes, I understand people are, I'm gonna sell the wood. I'll do something with it. We're gonna make good with the wood, either leave it on the land or sell it, because it's pine. That drives value to the home, and we put an orchard in there. I'm gonna be walking by every fruit tree possible on the way to the pond. And I can just imagine us going live there or a video there. Like there's gonna be some dope lives or videos. You just walk out to the pond, you know? Yeah, I can have chickens. I'm gonna have my chickens. I'm gonna have my bees. So that's as much livestock I'm trying to do. I'm gonna get some chicken, some bees, my garden, my lawn. I'm good. I don't need anything else. And my pups, my fur babies. We're good. You know, got my little fur babies. That's the alarm. My husband trying to claim y'all. Bees, oh yeah, you gonna move in? Eco, you moving in? We got a house. We got. My wife, she talking about putting tiny houses in the back for our parents. So claiming it for you. Thank you. Do that. I need that. I need that energy. Claim it for us. If I get that house, it's I probably will end up retiring in South Carolina because the house is just too perfect. It's too perfect. Yeah. I'm glad y'all excited about it as I am. You got it. That's what I'm talking about, James. Yeah. So we got any questions about the lawn, fall garden? I'm in a weird area because of see, I'm on the east side of 95 when it comes to Maryland. I'm on the east side of 95, on the east side of the fall line. So what that means for me is someone 20 miles from me could be getting frost on the west side of 95 because it's a higher elevation. But I might not get any. And because I got the bay right here, Chesapeake Bay, I'm at the top of it, right? That water still keeps us warmer. So Abdullah Obas. I think I got that right. Abdullah Obas. First time here. Shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you for being here. Got to get back to work. Thanks for stopping in. Toya Stoy. I think I got it. Toya's Toy. I think it's Toya's Toy. Toya's Toy 1. Or maybe it's Toya's Stoy 1. Toya's Stoy 1 or Toya's Toy 1. Which one is it? Consult with your county forester. Have a great night. Toya Stoya. Hi, Abdullah. Yep, you got it. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. All right, but yeah. Because of that, because of where I fall on the fall, where I fall on the fall, where I fall on the fall is really dope because my weather stays pretty tempered compared to 30 miles southwest of me or northwest or just west of me. So I'm in a nice little pocket, which means I think I'm gonna be able to pull off a little bit more than I expected with this garden. And with the hoop houses, the convertible hoop houses on the front porch, I'm gonna be extending my lettuce because once it gets about 10 degrees cooler, the lettuce is not gonna have it. It's not gonna want any parts of it. Collards, kale, radishes, sweet peas, cabbage, they'll be fine. That lettuce, it's not gonna like it. So I got the convertible drop top hoop houses on the front porch, and they will hopefully extend that growing season. I also got some starts, very late starts, I know this, and I'm being advantageous and even trying to pull this off, but I figured I'd try it because I got the space in the soil. I have some very late starts from Karobi because I want some more Karobi, and I don't have any more. And I really want to put some in my collards because I think, you make some collards with some turkey wings, some smoked turkey wings or some smoked turkey neck bones, and you throw some Kohlrabi in the mix. I took one of these habaneros, chopped it up real thin, minced it up real good, threw that in there too. A little dash of apple cider vinegar, a little dash of turbinado sugar straight from Mr. George from the New Orleans gardener. Stop it. Onions, cooked it down. Stop it. It was so good. So good. So that's what I'm hoping to get one more Karobi out of this grow season. If it doesn't happen, oh well, no worries. I'll grow plenty next season. And what I learned a lot during this season is it really lets me know what I'm going to focus my energy on in the spring. We should buy a garden community. I would even try more colder weather for this community, more cooler weather for this community. Yeah, I would love to like start a garden community somewhere, but I mean, if I get that house in Sumter, I'm probably not leaving the house unless I have to get like a haircut, and I'm gonna figure out a way to like get my barber to come and cut my hair. Like when I get this land, I'm not trying to leave the house. I get a lot of stuff delivered right now, Amazon. Like, there has been some good, if you could call it good, that's come out of our situation that everyone's dealing with right now. And you can get everything delivered now. You know what I mean? Like everything can get delivered. They deliver in liquor. That's crazy, right? Like you gonna deliver spirits to my door? So I got spirits delivered. I got to figure out how to get the barber delivered, and then I think we're good. I'll have my chicken. I'm gonna meet some people that raise some cows, some good cattle, so I can buy my cattle from them. Uh, Find someone who does, some milk somewhere. You know, hey, I get on it, and that's it. Y'all gonna see me and you're like, oh, are you the dude that lives in that house? Yeah, I live there. Oh, we've only seen you 2 times out of the 10 years you've lived there. Yep, pretty much. Sitting over here minding my business. Leave me alone. That's my plan. I'm gonna get my little pocket, and what they do in the animal world, they send the female out to go make the kill. I'm gonna send my beast. My wife, don't sleep on her. She's cute, she's innocent, but she's not. She'll get you. So I'm gonna send her out there for the kill, and then I'm gonna stay at home and maintain the stead, keep it protected. Selfish Virgo. Facts. I'll take it, own it. I'm gonna stay at the house, and I'm gonna keep the homestead on lock, making sure all the tools stay fed, and exercising my tools as much as possible. So I spoke to Homestead Hearts farmer who delivered her meat to her sheep raised beast. Yep, he has a whole farm, exactly. So yeah, I'm gonna find someone who is raising their cattle and their and the meats that I want and I don't want to get into. Like the people are like, oh, I'm gonna just start a farm, raise cows. Okay, all right. You see what goes into taking care of a sick cow. It's all good until that cow gets sick. You see what goes into that, and you're gonna change your mind real quick unless you're really, really passionate about being 100% sustainable. I don't want to do that. I want to have friends. I want to have friends. Matter of fact, I want to inspire my two neighbors, but beside me, to start keeping some type of livestock that I want. you know, Let me barter for that. Right? Yeah. Let me find someone who else does it well and they enjoy doing it, and I'll just get it from them. That's what I do. Have local farm do the raising. Right. I'll have the local farm doing the raising, and I'll go pick it up when it's done. That's what dairies. That's why dairies went out of business. Cost too much. Right. See. Yeah. So I'm gonna plug in, like, even here now, if we're buying poultry or anything out of the store, it's out of pure convenience. But we like getting our stuff from the butcher as much as possible. It's just changed up. And since we don't eat as much meat because we eat so much of this, like when this stuff starts coming in, I'll probably lose another 5 pounds because it's all I'm gonna be eating. Be full as a pig walking around here, nothing but vegetables. And the best thing about it, in the morning, you feel light as a feather. So, you're not weighed down for 3 days waiting for everything to pass through. So, eat those vegetables. It's like, Rob, how'd you lose that weight? Did you do anything different? You was working out harder? Nope. I just ate vegetables. How about that? Ate my spinach. Imagine that. Spinach I grew. Okra. Um, Tomatoes. Ain't got no tomatoes now, other than the ones inside. Um, but once it gets freezing cold out here, and I can't really do anything out here, Miss Craft and I, as you know, we just finished up our wine series. Now we have the competition coming up that we'll be doing on her channel, by the way, on her channel. Um, as we transition into that winter, we're going to be showing y'all some hydroponics. And what's cool is, Miss Craft, a lot of hydroponics, when you're doing them, here we go, we'll revisit these words. They aren't organic, right? Safe, but they're not organic. But she's found some new products that are organic and are perfect for doing what we're going to do, which is the cracky system and hydroponics. And I think Miss Mama Daughter Sister is going to join us in. She's joining in on that. I'm pretty sure she said it when she jumped into the live for the wine that we did. I was about 4 sips in with that wine though, so I could be a little woozy, but I'm pretty sure she said she's going to jump in with us. So that'd be cool. That'd be cool. That's going to be exciting. Oh, and for stripe gear, and for the guys or even gals, anyone who's into beer, they're beer-loving individuals. Will you introduce fish into your pond? Now, that pond most likely already has fish because I looked up that county, and that county has programs to when you start a pond, they will come, they will aerate, They will fill it up with fish, and they will they will test it for you to make sure that the water source for the whole area is good. So if they're on a program like that, if that pond was established on a program like that, guess what? I'm already winning. And then boom, I got my fish fertilizer right there on site. That's what I'm exactly, Love Knows. I'm gonna stop buying a lot of stuff. Um, but what was I saying? Yeah, the beer. So I'll be doing beer. Yes, my beer lovers, don't worry. I have not forgotten about you. Um, we will be doing a beer series with one of my fellow colleagues. He's also a service member. They're coming through, blowing grass off the side of the street. I apologize. It's going to get a little loud. The taste of meat is so different, tastes so clean and fresh, even though it comes frozen. I guess you're talking about that farmer. Where is he even at? You know, when you hear the noise coming, but you don't see anyone, you're like, where is He's right there. Okay. Give it two ticks. Give him 2 ticks. He's got his little riding mower too. I used to be by halal meat. Yeah, preach beer. I still need work on the wine. Yes. Pressing food. Keep on going. Gave me the nod. He's like, yeah. See them stripes. That's what he said. He said, I see them stripes. Good job. Good job. Sorry about that. But yeah, we're doing beer. So it's a coworker of mine. He brews all the time. He's really into it. He's into the art of it. So, you know, we're going to try to put together something that if you are into beer, you can follow along with us. But you could probably just sit back, watch, and enjoy us make some beer and watch me get a little bit buzzed and start stumbling over my words. The way they feed and process the meat, no stress or trauma. Right, the beef that we were getting, we would cut it open and it would smell like molasses and corn. That's what it would smell like, the beef. So I don't know what they were doing to those cows before they slaughtered them. I think they took them, let them graze on corn, fed them a whole bunch of molasses, and then quietly put them to bed, because that was the best beef I'd ever had in my entire life, hands down. And I've had some very expensive beef. We are, when the wife and us travel, we do it a certain particular way. We're foodies to the heart, and we have no shame in our game of dropping some coins on a nice meal. Let me put it, London, if you're ever in London, there's a Michelin star restaurant called Quillen, Quilon. It's an Indian cuisine spot. Oh, Genesis Farm Homestead, appreciate the love, thank you. If you're ever in London and you want some good eating, something that's gonna ruin you though, be prepared to be ruined. You gotta go to Quilon, Quilon is the name of this Michelin star restaurant. And even if you don't like Indian food, that's okay. Quillen, that's it. If you don't even like Indian food, that's okay, because the only thing Indian about the food is the spices and the flavors that they're putting together. They're all normal dishes, right? But it's all of the stuff that they're using is Indian cuisine inspired dishes. And the flavor is just going to blow up in your mouth. It's like it's off the chain. Michelin star is not easy to get. Yeah, it's not easy to get. I think they got like three of them. Yeah. The spices, like, I don't know what was happening. I was taking, so when we went to this place, we actually went on a Michelin star tour kind of thing, where we did the first entree at one spot, then we went to the next spot and had the next entree. So we did like this 3 or 4 piece entree type course meal, but we did it at 4 different locations. We had a little cab, he drove us, or we had a tour guide, he would take it to each place. He had everything lined up. It was super convenient. All we had to do was eat. He just pointed at the place, we sit down, food would come to the table, we eat. This place was so good, we didn't want to go to any other place. We were like, can we just stay here and have more of this? Like, I don't want to go anywhere else. That's how good that food was. And we're some snobs when it comes to the food sometimes. So, yeah. That food was great, amazing. And her wine selection was out of this world. Bear with him one more time. He coming through. Once he passes, he'll be gone. So they mowed today. I'm gonna say it when they get done. Almost done. When you don't want to leave, yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. So every time they cut the grass, I feel like I have to cut the grass because I feel like they challenging my inspiration over here. What's up, Chips? How you doing, brother? Chips and guac. Uh, so they're blowing up. They're blowing off the sidewalks from the mow job they did today. So yeah, long battle. That's right. Gigi is the ultimate snob when it comes to eating out. Listen, you go to Quillen, she's not complaining about anything. If anything, she's gonna complain about the price. But when she eat the food, it's all gonna buff out. Do they mow when they see you mow? No, they're on a whole nother schedule out here. I think they just changed to like twice a week, and they're doing the contracted people that they got to cut these homes in this community. But they cut it too low for this grass type. It's just cut too low. But it's a necessary evil because, I mean, people aren't taking care of the lawn, so it just needs to get cut. So most of it's weeds. So they do what they're paid to do, and no fault of them. It's just that's what they were hired to do, so they do it. Now, myself on the other hand, we don't cut low over here. We cut high. We jack it all the way up, all the way up. And that's another thing too. When you're out there mowing your lawns, know the lawn type, know what height that grass prefers to be mowed at. That goes a long way. Eco can really cook, so he made me a serious food snob. Oh, it sounds like y'all related to us. Yeah, because Super doesn't cook. Let me take that back. Super, when we got married, did not cook. She used to make what I call popcorn eggs. Yeah. So I didn't marry her for cooking. I married her for everything else. She's amazing. And low mo is the way to go for you, not for me, bro. Not for me. But she was terrible. She was terrible. She knows she's terrible. She's laughing right now as I say this. So I ain't got to worry about being careful. She is terrible. She making popcorn eggs. Shame. Shame on you. Like the eggs were. I call them popcorn eggs because when the eggs are cooked so much that you can't even pick them up with the fork, you'd rather have a spoon. That's the type of eggs she would make. And then I would cook. And then she just stopped cooking. Now that switched up when we were in Germany. She started experimenting more, learning more dishes. And I'd say she's got a solid like 20 dishes under her belt. She makes a bomb lasagna. Her lasagna is so good that I don't even try to learn how to make. I've never made lasagna in my entire life. If I wanted to, I would. I know how long of a process that is, and I'll just hit the easy button and go somewhere that got really good lasagna. Not anymore. Um, she makes a phenomenal lasagna. She makes a very good breakfast now. No more popcorn eggs. Once I taught her. Love her YouTube name. Yeah, the Dragon Ball. Yeah, so most people don't pick up on that. The Super Saiyan. She's a big fan of Goku. That's her dude. That's the only dude she's allowed to cheat on me with. Um, but yeah, she's figured some stuff out in that kitchen. She's come very far, but for the most part, if we're cooking and we want the meal to be memorable, she'll help me with the sides or something. Because she makes some bomb sides that I put all my effort into that main course, whatever that protein is going to be, or even if it's not protein, like the main dish and whatever we're throwing on the side, I'll have her whip up something real quick. So that's the dynamic in our household, and it works very well for us. So I'm okay with that. I don't need to have a woman that cooks. I appreciate it, but I don't mind cooking. I'm more concerned with me never having to clean bathrooms. That's dope, because I hate cleaning bathrooms. So, and she doesn't mind cleaning bathrooms. So we meet halfway on that. So it is what it is. Right, see? Chips, get it? Glad mind changed. There you go. It's terrible. I'm terrible. You waiting on me for the bathroom to be clean. You might be waiting for a minute. So I just hate doing it. It's easy and it's nasty not to do it, but I just don't like doing it. So it doesn't get done if you leave it up to me. Yeah. But she's on it. I don't have to worry about it. She can't stand the dirty bathroom, and like, it's cool. It's funny. My wife, she like, so we'll get Airbnb sometime, Airbnb sometime. And this one time we got this Airbnb down at the beach. It was my mom's 50th birthday party, and we showed up to the place, and the place was in good shape. You could tell they brought somebody in to clean it. And my wife is like, she beeline straight to the bathroom. Walked up in there. She was like, nah, nah, you gotta go to the store. I was like, why? It's like, you gotta go to the store, get some Clorox, da-da-da. And I went to the store, I didn't get Clorox, and I had to turn around and go back because that's how particular she is, but that was my fault. But she spent like the first 2 hours that we got to this place cleaning the bathroom. Yeah, so, hey. And that bathroom was spotless the entire time we were there, so that's dope. Not me, wouldn't have done it. Not I. But her, hey, that bathroom better be clean, so. But cool, all right. I've been on here, not Clorox, but the real, right, yeah, nah, I didn't even buy that. I bought something, I let my cousin talk me into getting something that was in it. I don't remember what it was, but I came back and she was like, this is not antibacterial. I couldn't even be mad at her because I looked at it and she was just like, nah. I think that was the first time I really saw her upset with me. She was mad about this, me not getting what she told me to get. And you know what? It was fair because when I tell her, it works both ways, right? So I'm gonna give you a couple more stories. It works both ways. I'm very particular about certain things too, especially if I'm cooking. So if I tell you to go and give me some Kerrygold butter, I expect Kerrygold butter. I do not expect the thing that was on sale. I expect what I asked for. When I tell you to go and get a particular cream, I want that particular cream for a very certain reason. I don't want the creamer that was on sale. I don't care what's on sale. We've been blessed enough to be able to have that option most times, but I don't know what that was. But when I say what I want, that's what I want, especially when I give you a very specific brand. So if I tell you to go and get me XYZ brand of this, then that's the brand I want. Everything, it tastes a little different. So, and she was quick to do that. She used to do that all the time when we were in Texas. She'd just buy the stuff, even down to my eggs, bro. I'm ridiculous sometimes. And I know that, but she's learned to accept that, and I've learned to accept some things as well. So, that marriage thing, man, it's all about compromise, meeting each other halfway, doing what's best for the greater than for yourself. And we've been learning that every day. We get better at it every day. But the better we get at it, the better we get as a team. She loves the YouTube thing. She pushed me to do the YouTube thing and then continuously supported me when I was spending every single weekend doing YouTube stuff. She didn't mind not one bit. She just supported me. Asked me, was I hungry? Tell me I needed to take a break so I can go eat. Stuff like that. She didn't flip it on me later on and say, oh, you always doing YouTube. Never. Never came out of her mouth. So that's support. That's what it's about. Should I remember when I was in Germany working, bring me a drink. She'd bring me I'm serious, she'd do it. Right now, if I asked her to bring me the charger because my phone was dying, she'd bring me the charger because my phone was dying. My phone's not dying, but she would. Watch it say it's low battery here in a minute just because I said that, but that's where we really come together. Being in Germany, I used to work like some hours. Man, I wouldn't come home until like 6, 7 o'clock at night. Be gone 6 in the morning, not back till 7. Bring your food to work. Not complaining about me being at work too much. No, just supporting me because she knows that I'm on a mission and she's trying to make sure that she's not part of the problem, but part of the solution to help me get to that mission. So, love her forever for that. And, Kerrygold is the best. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, love her forever for that. So, yeah, appreciate the one you got. Work with the one you got. Compromise. You're always going to have to compromise in marriages. Nothing is ever perfect, nothing worth having. That Aries, look at you. Yeah, I guess that's an Aries thing. Nothing worth having is going to come easy. So that's all I got, peeps. That's it. I went off on a rant. I appreciate you entertaining my rant this long. I'm gonna get out of here. Last thing before I go, you see I got my pink on. Please, if you've already supported the campaign, I appreciate you. If you're waiting for whatever, I appreciate you for waiting and still doing it. And if you couldn't contribute, but you shared it out to a friend or family member, I appreciate that as well. So my package should be here any day. Looking forward to that one. I'm gonna have to get with you so I can figure out what to do. But we still got plenty of time on the campaign. If we don't hit the goal, it's not the end of the world. I mean, I just put it up there because I had to come up with a number, right? The initial number was going to be $500, but we blew past that, no problem. So I guess I should have put it there. That way I wouldn't have to continue to ask for people to contribute so we can reach the goal. But yeah, let's raise money for a good cause. A lot of people in my family have struggled with breast cancer and all types of cancer, to be honest. And I'm sure we all have someone that we know directly or have known indirectly that have as well. So anything that you can do to support it, I'd appreciate it. And with that, I'm gonna be out. I love y'all. Stay tuned this weekend for an update on this and something else if it gets here in time. Um, and then probably the garden as well. We'll see how much time I got. I don't know. Thank y'all for hanging with me. I can go do this homework before I had like 3 different topics to do tomorrow. So, yeah.